Coming up on Mountain News this morning, phones were busy all day yesterday as folks called in to the Appalachia Rising Above Telethon and donated to their fellow neighbors. Plus, volunteers continue to help business owners and families return to normalcy from the flooding.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Wednesday, March 12th to you, Mountain family. My name's Amelia Lee here with you as we inch to that 6 o'clock hour this morning. And that does mean it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal this morning for a look at that forecast. And Megan, we're both wearing blue, but we're not feeling blue because we have that sunshine. So I guess maybe yellow was a better color for us to wear today?
Yeah, I feel like yellow probably was the better color for us to wear because that forecast does have the nice sunny skies and warm temperatures once again in the forecast. And as you look at the change in temperature from today as compared to yesterday, yeah, it's no surprise when I show you the current temperatures that we are warmer than we were. I mean, we're looking at 31 degrees warmer right now in Monticello than this time yesterday. And let's take a look at that temperature because we're seeing 50 degrees in Monticello, 59 even as we're traveling towards Moorhead. So it is a warm start to your morning, a little bit chillier as you're traveling more towards our southeasterly counties. 30 degrees for Jonesville, 33 for Middlesboro, and 37 in Jacksboro. But let's talk about this afternoon because we'll see those temperatures warm up once more into the 70s. And in fact, for the first time, we see 80 as a possibility. Now, we'll see how this plays out as we head into the afternoon, but that would definitely be record breaking because normally we're about 56 degrees as our high for this time of year. Now, let's talk about cloud cover because we're just seeing a little bit of maybe some clouds towards Louisa this morning, but for the most part, nice and clear skies. And as we head through the day, we'll have a little bit more cloud cover this afternoon, still staying mostly sunny. Here's how the next 12 hours will play out. Temperatures will warm up to about 77 degrees around that 4 o'clock mark. Amelia.
Thank you, Megan. Well, the Appalachia Rising Above Telethon wrapped up in Prestonsburg last night, bringing in donation to help folks in the region who are still dripping from the February flood. WYMT's Buddy Forbes took a look at what the event brought to the stage.
And take care of you people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your life.
There's something in the water here in Kentucky.
Musicians in the mountains are using that something in the water to fight what the February floodwaters left behind.
It's almost like it hadn't had time to sink in from 2022, really. We're just getting back to some sense of normalcy. And then here we are again going through the same situation over again. And it really hurt to see families who had been through that and just getting back on their feet to go through it again.
With a host of talents performing during the Appalachia Rising Above Flood Relief Telethon.
It's great to have you all here tonight. Steve, great to be with you. And of course, it's an honor to have everyone here. We wish we didn't have to be here tonight doing something.
I'll get right in there and help them clean their house out, or I can come sing a few songs if that helps too. And so that's why I think something like this is so beneficial.
The event, hosted by WYMT and the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, shared the stories of survivors and celebrated the help of the heroes.
These are heroes. They're the true heroes. They're the
The dams are breaking and the hollers shaking, muddy waters up over arms, waves come.
I think one thing about Kentucky, and especially Eastern Kentucky, is that we are always willing to lend a hand in any way that we can.
With musicians and other surprise guests with ties to the region raising their voices to raise money for flood relief efforts in Eastern Kentucky.
Well, that was pretty awesome to see that. So it's great to see people willing to voice and help and try to get help for our area.
Saying it is all about joining hands to celebrate Appalachia Rising Above. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
You can see the full telethon on our website, WYMT.com. The event raised $155,000 for area flood relief efforts. Well, the rebuilding continues with FEMA and other relief groups, along with volunteers working to help the mountain people bounce back from all of that flood damage. Hazard Downtown Coordinator Bailey Richards says at least 84 businesses and up to 350 homes were affected, but that number could grow to up to 500 total impacted buildings. Her main goal is getting folks back on track and helping them rebuild.
I hear a lot from people saying, well, I got some water in my basement, but there's other people that had it worse. Take care of them first. You were still flooded. All of these resources are for everyone that was flooded, you included. So take advantage of those things. Don't keep thinking, well, someone else had it worse. It's for all of you.
Richards says she and the Mountain Association will be at Hazard Coffee Company from 9 until noon on Friday for an informal information session to discuss disaster recovery loan programs for businesses. In Boyd County, volunteers spent the day bagging up food for anyone needing a little extra this time of year. Twice a month, members of the Cattlesburg Harvest Church of Hope gather up food for families. The church receives a truckload of food from the Huntington Facing Hunger Food Bank, including vegetables, milk, and even bread. Then, volunteers sort the donations into bags to hand out to the people who wait in their cars.
We appreciate them starting this, and we appreciate what God's done in blessing it and just moving it. We feed probably anywhere from 500 to 600 people, families-wise.
The mobile pantry will also make stops at Louisa Free Will Baptist Church in Lawrence County from 11 until noon today, and at the Bethel Temple Church in Williamson from 11 until noon on Friday. The Junior Firefighters Program is an opportunity for students who want to be or are considering being a firefighter. Students at Floyd Central High School are taking advantage of the program. Junior firefighters receive training and real-life experiences with local fire departments, getting them one step closer to a career in the fire service.
Working around, people who with lots of experience, who's been doing it forever, you can learn a lot of good life skills with it too.
Students learn fire safety along with other lessons like changing the oil of a truck, learning equipment, and most importantly, life skills they can take with them.
As we're going through the next couple hours, we have a little bit of some clouds that will be rolling through, but for the most part, we will be looking nice and clear this morning. Let's take a look at satellite and radar, and as you can see, we can maybe have a little bit of some wispy clouds towards Louisa, but for the most part, nice and clear. Now let's talk temperatures because it's not a bad day at all. We're seeing 54 already in Williamsburg, 59 in Moorhead, 56 in Irvin. We'll just see those temperatures track warmer and warmer throughout the day, and in fact, we have potential to see 80 degrees today. Yeah, I don't believe it either. We're seeing upper 70s for most counties in the region, 73, a little bit cooler as you're traveling more towards Lee County, Virginia. And as we go through the next couple hours, well, here's how we'll get to those temperatures, seeing it hike up and hitting the warmest around that 4 o'clock mark in the upper 70s. And then we'll see clear skies return as we're heading into the overnight hours, with temperatures only dropping down to the low 50s overnight. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. We've got more news on the way. Tariffs began today on all steel and aluminum imports, but economists say the effects are already being felt in some industries.